Hello everybody. So with the recent Bitcoin downtrend we've been having for the past couple of days, today we actually went all the way down to the 31,500 and now we're pushing back above to the high end of the 32,000, trying to push against that $33,000 region. So there's a bunch of news out there, more bullish and bearish. Again, the market is polarized, so we want to see how that weighs in. And in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of things, a couple of those news stories. Visa approving Bitcoin spending card for Australian startup crypto spend. We also have Fidelity digital assets, which is a part of Fidelity. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a multinational financial service provider. Corporation, and overall they have almost 10 point some trillion dollars under in assets under management. So they're launching hiring spree amid strong interest from institutional investors. We also have the European Central Bank confirming plans to work on a digital euro, says it will be greener than Bitcoin. This is huge, guys, as they've been talking about it for a while, and finally we're seeing some sort of plans happening. How's that going to affect Bitcoin or the crypto space overall? We're going to have to see, right? At the end of the day, this is more speculation at the moment, because such a new market, such a fresh market, and didn't grow fully to have a fully developed plan for overall. Also, rising US and UK inflation prompts crypto sell-off. We've been talking about the overall, Bitcoin is not falling because Bitcoin is falling, right? The whole market, the whole stock market has more excess fear happening right now, and a lot of these talks about inflation and rising interest rates by central banks is causing more sell-offs everywhere, actually. So again, we're going to talk about that. Bitcoin showing signs of potential bounce, a bit of hopium for you, crypto analytics firm sentiment. And again, more on-chain data suggesting Bitcoin will rise to 157,000 after weird pullback ends. And that's what analyst Willy Woo had to say. So again, that's what we're going to discuss in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for these daily updates and hit that bell notification icon to get notified of these uploads. We post this every day, quick and short market summary analysis. And also, if you're if you're already a subscriber, then make sure you support us and hit that like button. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Visa to approve Bitcoin spending card for Australian startup crypto spend. We have here global payment giant Visa is moving forward with its commitment to digital currency adoption by approving the issuance of a new Bitcoin BTC debit card in Australia. Crypto Spend co-founder said in an interview with the Australian Financial Review that the new card will be issued by a major local payment company, Novati, and is expected to hit the market in September. So this card, I guess, will allow users to spend a set of major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash. And again, another article here talking about the same thing, saying here in the first half of 2021, Visa reported that more than $1 billion had been spent on crypto-linked Visa cards, which is pretty big, just to show you how quickly Visa is moving into this whole space, right? And they're adding more and more users into the space overall, and that's obviously going to help crypto overall, regardless of what's happening with Bitcoin at the moment. They're still spearheading this whole thing. So again, also, Crypto.com has been licensed as a direct issuer as Visa debit cards in Australia, and the company plans to introduce a card soon. Bitcoin.com.au allows customers to spend cryptocurrency funds using an EFTP point of sale card, but it does not have its own wallet yet. So again, very good to see here. We have Fidelity digital asset launching a hiring spree amid strong interest from institutional investors. Looks like so they're getting ready to expand the cryptocurrency team as institutional demand heats up. According to Tom Jessup, president of Fidelity Digital Assets, the firm's cryptocurrency unit plans to increase its workforce by 70% and hire around 100 new employees in its Dublin, Boston, and Utah locations amidst strong interest from institutional investors. And Jessup also noted that since opening Fidelity's crypto investment arm, the firm saw demand primarily from family offices and hedge funds. Now, demand seems to be expanding to retirement advisors and corporations that want to own crypto as an asset. He says that the biggest shift for new and existing clients is in the diversity of interest and other cryptocurrencies. So that's pretty big to see, guys. The more and more adoption, the more demand. These guys' offices are consistently being called by new investors, and now we're seeing different kind of investors trying to get into the space. So obviously, if you have a lot of demand, you have to satisfy the market and supply it with the whatever service that's out there. Again, besides that, we have the European Central Bank confirming plans to work on a digital euro. Says it will be greener than Bitcoin. They obviously have a typo here, so if you want to go and let our boy here, Jordan Lianchev, But anyways, so although the idea of a central bank digital currency has floated around for years, the ECB has never shown genuine interest in actually looking into it. In the past, bank officials, including President Christine Lagarde, have shared possibilities but never precise plans. Right? It's a very fresh market. They're interested in it, but again, they don't have a very concrete plan yet, and that's how they buy more time until they figure it out, and then they actually attack the market. So. Now, though the situation has changed, the institution announced earlier on July 14th that it has decided to launch the investigation phase of a digital euro project, which will go on for 2 years. Furthermore, ECB's president added that the final product must ensure that Europeans still have access to the safest form of money, central bank money. Again, it's this pretty big overall safety in the crypto space. I think is still lacking a bit. Ethereum, I know. They have overall the most, I would say, developed team in terms of that's fully attacking and spearheading the whole security aspect of crypto. But then again, for you to get those billions in and for you to have a mass adoption on a mainstream scale, security is the number one concern. Right, and this is what the European Central Bank just tweeted the same exact thing. We've decided to launch a project to prepare for a possibility of issuing a digital euro. We will look at how a digital euro could be designed and distributed to everyone in the euro area, as well as the impact it would have. So pretty nice to see. We also have rising US and UK inflation prompts crypto sell-off. This is an article by Yahoo Finance. So we have cryptocurrencies were broadly lower on Wednesday morning as rising inflation in both the US and UK fuels the view that central banks will soon have to raise interest rates. And that's how they hedge against inflation. They increase interest rates so they can reduce how fast money is actually circulating and actually have some sort of backup when inflation starts to hit heavy, right? So Bitcoin fell 3.8% to 31,800. So we saw that. And the cryptos were earlier hit hard by global regulatory action. Now it seems the sell-off has been triggered by inflation. US inflation hit a 13-year high in June, driven by a rise in the cost of used cars, with consumer prices rising 5.4% year on year. We're seeing here central banks in both countries will now likely mull whether to raise interest rates, a tool often used to stop inflation from spiraling out of control. We also have bears hijack the stock markets. It's not just crypto, it's the whole stock market, it's the whole economy. They hijacked the stock market yesterday following the release of inflation data, which published figures that were higher than what the economists expected. And that's always a bad thing. When economists are usually, I guess, the most pessimistic when it comes to inflation and all that. But then again, when you're even when overall the numbers are even worse than what we expected, that's obviously going to cause more sell-offs and fear in the market. We have the latest example of this is Capital Group, one of the world's largest investment management firms entering the market. It has acquired 12.2% stake in MicroStrategy, which is heavily invested in Bitcoin, and has purchased Bitcoins worth $2.74 billion since the end of June. So as a result of this transaction, Capital Group has gained indirect exposure to the digital assets, so they want to dabble in it, and reassuring investors that the crypto sector has a bright future. So again, more and more news out there. We have Bitcoin showing signs of potential bounce. Crypto analytics firm Sentiment, they're saying the amount of daily inflow of Bitcoin to known exchange wallets, as well as the total supply of Bitcoin exchanges, have experienced a sharp 50-day drop, which may point to diminishing sell-side pressure. And what they mean by that, guys, the daily inflow of Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is flowing into the exchange, most likely is inflowing there to be sold. It's getting to the market, so it actually can get sold. And right now we're seeing less and less Bitcoin going to those exchanges. And usually when a lot of Bitcoins go into exchanges, that's signifying that sometime soon here we might see a drop. But again, this is actually have been subsiding. Additionally, Sentiment points out that Bitcoin's funding rate on the crypto exchange BitMEX has veered positive as traders remain indecisive as to whether Bitcoin's price can recover. The analytics firm indicates that this pattern of negativity and excess shorting has usually been matched by a quick price bounces every time it sinks too low. Again, how's the news and inflation and everything playing out in this big painting, I guess, or in this big chess piece? Something we need to see. But then again, this is more data that's from the on-chain and just overall analyzing the wallets we're having and how much they own and where's the movement of the actual coin. Also gives you a better idea what's to come. So on-chain data suggests that Bitcoin will rise to 157,000 after weird pullback ends. Analyst Willie Wu suggesting. He's saying this is a bull market, there's no mistaking in this. We've got x-ray vision on what investors are doing, and it's bullish while price is sliding downwards. I think the next major event is when the fundamentals squeeze price action and we break out off this what I'd call reaccumulation band right in the middle of the bull market, which is what we're seeing here. If we zoom out a bit, you'll see it right here. When you say reaccumulation or redistribution, a lot of people that sold somewhere around this region were actually newer coins that moved recently over on this region over here, and is being sold at a loss and is being given to people that have been holding for such a long time. So people that have been here for a while have been reaccumulating, redistributing, but then again, how much of that sell pressure is still there is something that we need to see how it plays out. But then again, we can't neglect the fact that Bitcoin is currently sitting again at the lower end of this whole trend we have. So we want to see what happens there. And he's saying again, although we're sharing massively bullish price targets for Bitcoin, the on-chain analyst highlights that he has no idea what will happen for the crypto market once we enter the last quarter of year. So again, even I guess overall analysts are more bullish, have a more bullish bias or bullish outlook on crypto. Again, it's more of a speculation at the point. You can kind of forecast what might happen, but then again, the market will have to speak to us first. But again, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. And again, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to get those daily updates. And overall, make sure you hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified with all these new uploads we have every day. And thank you for watching.